Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today I'm so excited to film this. I've been so excited since last Thursday when ColourPop launched their foundation. I got this on Monday and I've been waiting to open it since then, but I really wanted to wait until I had time to sit down and film it and do a wear test for you guys and open it on camera. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about ColourPop and my experience with them. I've been shopping with ColourPop since about 2015, my freshman year of college, and I haven't stopped since then. When I started using them, they only had liquid lipsticks and they only had their Super Shock shadows and some Super Shock blushes, I think. I remember when they first launched their satin liquid lipsticks. Like, that's how far back it's been since I've been shopping with them. They used to be online only, and now they're in Ulta, but they only have a few things there, like some of their eyeshadow palettes. They don't have their foundation in store. It's actually pretty easy to kind of match your shade. They have a very descriptive details about each shade color, and they even have similar foundations in other brands. So if you use a certain color in like Fenty foundation, you can match that with the ColourPop foundation. So I thought that was pretty neat. I hope I picked the right shades. I ordered 2 different shades and we're going to see which one works best. This is the card that came with it. It says, "You're a peach." I remember when these cards used to be handwritten. Like, that's how far back it's been since I've been shopping with them. So I ordered this on Thursday and it arrived on Monday. So it only took 3 days for it to get to me, so that's really good. First, what I'm taking out of here is their no filter setting powder and their no filter sheer pressed powder. This is supposed to be used for blotting your face throughout the day. And then I got the 2 shades of foundation. I got shade dark 160 and dark 155. And we'll see which one matches me. And I also grabbed one more concealer shade. They came out with more concealers than they had before, and so I thought maybe I'd see if they had one that matched me even better than my other ones. Also, they came out with 42 shades of foundation on their first launch. Like, I never imagined that ColourPop would get to the point of having foundations, and the fact that they started their launch with 42 shades is big. I think they have 7 different categories of shade, from fair to deep dark, and each shade range has 6 different foundations in them. So this is dark 60, dark 55. I'm going to see which one matches me better. I'm thinking dark 55 is going to match better, this one over here. It's more yellow undertoned than this one, but this one's a little bit darker, so I'm going to see which one. I like their bottle so far. It doesn't have a cap, but this turns, so it's good for traveling, and it is 0.8 fluid ounces, so you can travel with this in your carry-on rather than having to check it. So they're both on the back of my hand. I'm gonna swatch each one on my face and see which one matches better. So this is dark 60. And this is dark 155. I think we're gonna go with 155. Dark 60 is a little bit too dark for me. Just wanted to be sure, so I grabbed one shade darker just in case. I'm going to wipe this off my face and prime my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So I used my normal primers because I wanted to give this a fair test. I didn't want to use a new primer and it counteract, and I wouldn't be able to judge the foundation truly for what it is. So I used the Cover FX blurring primer in my T-zone, and I used the Dr. Brandt Luminizer primer on the rest of my face. I'm going to do half of my face with this Real Techniques blending sponge and half my face with this Real Techniques foundation face brush, and I'm just going to see what applies it better and if the sponge soaks up too much foundation. I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. I put 3 pumps. I don't know if that's too much, but I'm just going to now pick this up with the sponge and dab it on my face. So this side is going to be the sponge side. Immediately my first thoughts are that it appears to be medium coverage, not necessarily full coverage or light either. It has pretty good coverage. We'll see on this side. I have a little blemish here. If that covers it, then I know it's a okay foundation for me. Wow, I really like the finish of this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look how smooth that looks. It looks very skin-like. This is called the No Filter Foundation, so it's supposed to look like you have a filter, like a Snapchat filter on your face without an actual filter. And that was really easy to blend. So this is without foundation, and this is with foundation. I used 3 pumps on this side with the sponge. The sponge soaks up a little bit of product, but it's wet, so it's not supposed to soak up too much. And I like it so far. We'll see. Okay, now I'm going to do 3 more pumps on my left side, and I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to see if I like how the brush feels. So I picked it up, and we're just going to... The brush definitely makes the product go a longer way. I maybe didn't need 3 full pumps, maybe just 2. But I'm not liking how it's a little bit streaky because of the brush hairs, and it's not blending completely. So I'm actually not going to use the brush on my full face. I'm going to pick up the sponge and blend this in and hope it blends. I don't want it to be streaky or anything, but at least you know that the brush isn't probably the best option for blending. Alright, so this is my full face with the foundation all over. And I ended up going with the sponge all over rather than the brush. The brush made the product go a longer way, but it was leaving streaks, and I didn't really like that. You can see that my pimple right here is covered. The discoloration isn't covered all the way on this side. That's why I think this is a medium coverage, not necessarily full coverage, and it's very skin-like. Like, my face doesn't look like cakey or anything. It doesn't feel like anything. And the foundation doesn't smell foundation-y, so I like that because I really don't like when I can smell my foundation throughout the day. Alright, next I'm going to open this concealer and compare it to my other concealer shade. Yeah, see, that one's a lot lighter, the one I had before. So I think I'm going to go with the new one that I got because I don't like having a super bright under eye. I just want to cover my dark circles, and that's pretty much it. I don't want it to like brighten too much. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm also going to put a little bit on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. Now I'm going to blend that in. This concealer is also from their No Filter line. I just wanted to try everything and see how it goes together. Alright, so I really like how that color looks on me. It's a lot better than the other one. Just shade-wise, it still feels the same. The formula didn't change or anything. So now I'm going to use this No Filter setting powder. It's a loose setting powder, and I got the shade Banana, and it looks like this. It has yellow undertones. This is my first time using a banana powder, so I'm really excited about that. I hear it says it brightens the under eyes very well. I'm just going to tap this into the lid. It has little sifters on the top. There's 9 of them, so it won't be too loose, and the container is fairly small. This is $9. The foundation, oh, I forgot to tell you, the foundation is $12, and in the banana powder you get 8.5 grams. My Maybelline Fit Me powder has 20 grams in it, so this is fairly smaller, but I hear you don't have to use a lot of this. So I'm going to take, let's see, I'll bake today. I'm going to blend out my under eye, just so there's no creases. And I'm going to take a little on the sponge, like this, and put it under my eye. This actually feels really good. It's so soft. I would say this is a better color for me than my Maybelline Fit Me. I like baking with a wet sponge because it helps melt the powder into the skin rather than it just sitting on top. Ooh, that's so bright. Don't worry, I'll kick that off in a second. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. I applied some bronzer on the edges of my face. I haven't set the middle of my face yet. I wanted to use the rest of this banana powder and see how it goes all over my face. And I want to see how this No Filter pressed powder looks and whether I can put it all over my face to set the rest of my face. This is the setting powder in the shade Dark. And this is what it looks like. I think I'll be able to set my face with this. We'll see how sheer it is. It's supposed to be a sheer powder. It doesn't really have that much tint to it and pigment to it. That feels very soft, and we'll see how it sets the rest of my face. Now I'm going to take the ColourPop F1 brush And I'm going to set the rest of my face with the banana powder. I don't want to use too much. So I'm going to dab some off on the back of my hand and set my face. I really like how this is looking so far. It's not cakey or anything, and it looks very skin-like. Now I'm just going to kick off some of that bake under my eye so I'm not looking crazy. And now with this same brush, I'm going to take their sheer pressed powder and dip in that. And I'm going to set my face so I can get some of my color back. Like, it's not creamy and thick, it's watery. Alright guys, so I'm all done setting my face. I'm really liking how this looks so far. It's very skin-like. I wouldn't say it has a matte finish, and I wouldn't say it has a dewy finish. It's like right in the middle. We'll see how this wears throughout the day. I'm going to try to check in again later. Right now it's almost 12:30, and I'm going to try to check in around maybe 6 o'clock. That's about 6 hours of wear time, which is like a day's worth almost. And I'm just going to see if I get oily around the nose. I'm going to try my best not to blot or do anything like that, and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm back. I put on a little bit of blush. I used the ColourPop Tulip to Quit. I used the ColourPop liquid lipstick in the color Speed Dial. And I also finished my eyes off camera. If you want to see how I did this eye look, I just filmed a video on that, and I should have that up soon. I'll link it down below once it's done. I'm going to wear this for about 6 hours. It's about 12:30 now, and I'll let you know how it wears throughout the day. If I had to blot or anything, I'm going to try not to blot until the very end of the video to see how this blotting powder works. Other than that, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back with my final check-in. I say final because throughout the day I took a couple videos just showing close-ups of what my face looked out throughout the day. So I did one at 3 o'clock, another one at 4 o'clock, and another one right before 6 o'clock. So I'm going to insert those right now. So the foundation is still looking good, but I'm getting a little oily around my nose, and it's breaking up a little around there. But other than that, it's holding up. That's pretty normal for me. I'm surprised I didn't get oily sooner. It's 3:30. So we'll see what this looks like at 6 o'clock. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting more oily throughout the day. Like, I haven't blotted at all. And it's getting really oily on my nose and on my cheeks here. So I'm gonna check in one more time at 6 o'clock. Right now it's only 5 o'clock, so we'll see, I guess, later. But yeah, it's getting really oily. Hey guys, it's almost 6 o'clock. I just wanted to do one more quick check-in so I can give you guys an up-close view of how oily I got. It's not really that much different than any other day, except for the fact that I couldn't blot, so it just looks like this now. I really wanted to wait till on camera with the no filter pressed powder to see how it does with blotting. I also did a flash test to see if there was any flashback with the powder. Okay, so as you can see, my face is pretty oily, but I just want to say that my nose typically does get very oily throughout the day and I'm able to blot, but today I did not blot at all day long, so that was like a struggle for me, to be honest, because I can feel the oils on my nose like getting thicker. But I am going to try the no filter pressed powder to see how it does with oils and to see whether or not it helps remove the oils and make it better. I forgot to mention that this does have a mirror, and I'm just going to peel this off of it. So this is good for on the go. I mean, you can take this with you and blot if it works. Let's see. I'm just going to take a little bit on this brush and put it on my nose. Usually my T-zone gets the oiliest. Wow, so I would say this worked pretty well for blotting. I'm surprised. Now it doesn't feel oily at all and it looks as good as new. So I definitely will be keeping this in my purse. Right now I use the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, and that one's a little bit too heavy and it's bulky, so it doesn't fit nice and sleek. It doesn't fit nice and sleek into my makeup bag. So I really like how thin this is. It has a mirror, it's nice and clean, and it works. Overall, my final thoughts on this foundation is that I love it. I love how it feels so skin-like. It doesn't feel too thick or oily. It still lets my skin show through, but just like makes it look better. So I will say this is a thumbs up from me. I would suggest that you go and try it out for yourself. Remember, it's only $12 and the powders are $9 each for the loose and for the pressed powder. So overall, that's really inexpensive for all the products that you get. You can buy them all separately though. You don't have to buy all of them if you have a powder you're in love with or anything like that. If you like this type of video, don't forget to thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. It really helps me out. And you can follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, all at Silly Morgan with 3 A's. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.